guys, this is Dr. Sattar from the YouTube channel Doctor to Help. For those who don't know me, I'm an internal medicine doctor, board certified, practicing in Texas. Today we are going to talk about positive parenting. Thank you for joining me, and like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. All right, let's go into it. Positive parenting, what is it? Positive parenting is built on a relationship between parent and child that is based on open communication, honesty, and mutual respect. The goal is to create a happy child who is physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy so that they are ready for any obstacle that comes in front of them in their road ahead, and they're prepared for it. And you are going to be their teacher, and the kids are also going to be your teacher, because we'll be learning from each other as we go. Number one, let's be a role model. If we want our child to be successful and good in life, and we don't want them to say something or do something we don't want them to do, guess what? You have to be the role model to teach them the right thing to do. If you say something bad or do something bad, guess what? Your kid is going to learn from you, and they're going to repeat it at the wrong time and the wrong setting. Trust me, it has happened to us before. My husband said something that was very inappropriate, and my son heard it. And while he was mowing the lawn, my neighbor, he told the whole story to my neighbor, and I was embarrassed to death. Oh my God. I went and apologized to him, and he is a pastor, so he has a lot of leniency, obviously, and he was just laughing away, said, oh, he's a kid, not a problem. So be careful. Don't say anything that you don't want them to repeat anywhere. When you tell them to do something, don't just tell them what to do. Tell them when, what, and why. Explain to them, and they will be more encouraged to do what you want them to do. Redirect. If they're doing something you don't want them to do, they're jumping on the couch, they're running around the room, they're very noisy in a place they really should not, suppose a church or a mosque, you want to redirect them. Tell them, hey, let's do this instead of that. So give them something to do that is not destructive. And usually, if you go to a place like that where you want them to be a role model, maybe have a discussion before you go there. This is what the expectations are, and if you do it right, this is what's going to happen. If you don't do it right, this is what's going to go away. And yeah, maybe their favorite toy is going away, or their phone, depending on their age and what they like. Simple as that. 3, don't criticize your children in public. They did something wrong. You're shouting at them and criticizing them in front of other people. This psychologically hurts them so much. This creates low self-esteem. Think about this. If you are working at a company and your boss comes and criticizes you in front of 20 colleagues by your name, do you think you're going to like it? No. You would rather he come to you personally and say, you know, you did this wrong. I would rather you do it this way. And you would be more respectful for that boss rather than the person who is openly criticizing you. Correct? Your child is the same way. Treat them with respect. They will respect you back. All right? Don't lie. Don't create big expectations. Don't tell your child, you're good in math and I need you to be first in your class. You can do it. I expect it. Don't do that. Be realistic. Tell them to do their best. And be okay with what happens. Be ready for the worst, but just do your best. It's okay if you don't do your best, but you try your best and accept the result. Please be realistic, and be realistic with your children for their expectation. You don't want them to be overly happy when they shouldn't be about something that you gave them big expectation, or they should not have a big disappointment either. All right, next, inspirational. Be inspirational. Set good example. Help your family, your parents, your elderly, and your neighbors, people who don't have as much as you have. Show them courtesy, kindness, donate, do social work. When your kids watch you taking care of other people, They learn from you, and they also provide that same help to others because that's what they think is normal. If you don't treat other people with respect, you don't say excuse me and brush through people and strangers to get your way to your destination, guess what? That's what your kids are going to do as well. They're not going to say excuse me. They're just going to brush through and reach their destination. You don't want that. All right? Stop being protective. What do I mean? One time I had invited a whole bunch of friends for my little kid's birthday. We went to a water park, and it was that kiddie water park, and the kids were about 4 or 5 years old. Most of the parents, yes, they're from my community mostly, were very protective. Oh, no, 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 they're going to get cold. They're going to get cold. So you're not going to let them splash on the water? Hey, guys, let them have fun. Kids were born to explore, to adventure, to discover everything. They need to climb the trees. They need to jump into the water. They need to fall, get hurt. That's how they learn. Children are born scientists. Each and every experience is giving them knowledge. And when you stop them from doing it, you're not letting them grow. Let them grow. It's okay. If they get a cold, that's okay too. How do people get immunity? When they're kids, they get sick a lot. They're a child. That's how they build their immunity. They repeatedly get sick and they build up immunity to make a positive, healthy body. That's how you do it. And as they grow older, they don't get sick anymore because they already built their immunity. That is how a children should grow up. Don't be overprotective. One time my daughter, when she was 4.5 months old, I put her into swimming lesson. My husband was livid. One of his friends told him that children don't grow cough reflex until they're 5 years old. So if they drop into the water, they're going to drown because they do not have cough reflex. So if water goes in, they're just going to drown and choke to death from water, drowning. And I explained, I said, that's not true. And I'm the doctor, right? But he's the dad. Dads are always overprotective. That's okay. And when I couldn't logic with him, I finally said, okay, let's just talk to her pediatrician. And apparently the friend was referring another pediatrician as a recommendation that don't put them in water for 5 years. So I talked to my pediatrician, and obviously she said, oh, this is a mother and me child. And yes, you can go be with the child. You are going to be holding your child the whole time. There's no question about falling into the water unless you are the clumsy one. And I'm sure as a parent, you are responsible. And you're not going to drop your daughter into the water. My daughter started those swimming classes at 5.5 months. And she loved it. She loved it so much. My husband saw that. Next class, he was in the water with my daughter and never complained again. My daughter was like a fish. You can see how much she enjoys. She made into the swimming team as well for YWCA. She loved it. You should let your children grow, have fun, have adventure, discover everything there is in this world. They are resilient. If they fall, they'll bounce right back up and start running again. You'll be surprised what children can do if you just let them do it. Okay? Dream big. What do I mean? Let your child dream big. If they say they want to go to the moon, sure, you can go to the moon. Don't we have SpaceX? Yes, we are building SpaceX. We have Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk making that possible. I said that, believe it or not, when I was in 7th grade to my dad. I said, Dad, I want to go to the moon. And my dad was like, sure, it can happen. You can go to the moon. And I was shocked. I thought he would laugh at me. But he was like, yeah, you can do it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just have to try your best and do everything you need to do to achieve your dream. A man is as big as their dream. If you don't have big dreams, you will not achieve it. I'm not talking about forcing your dreams on your children. I'm talking about let your child dream big and let them discover on their own what they can do. All right? Don't give them any limitation. Let them grow. Let them dream. All right? Lastly, I want you to tell you, never, never, never say never and always. All right? Can't believe you just did this. Can't believe you made that mess again. You're always doing this. Never, never do this. What am I talking about? Just an example. My son, he likes to drink a lot of Fanta, and it's orange, right? If that falls on the carpet, it leaves a stain. I used to get so mad, and I used to yell at him. Then I realized if I yell at him, he's going to be afraid of me, and when he drops that Fanta, he's not going to call me to help to clean it up. He might get some paper towel, dab it a few times, and leave it alone, and the stain will be there forever. Instead, if he calls out to me, "Mom, I had an accident," I would go there and I help him to clean, and the damage will be taken care of. Same thing with milk. If they don't clean up the whole milk, guess what? 2 days later, you got a good gift, a stink. Do you want that? No. So if they break a glass, they drop things, please don't yell at them. Tell them, stop there. If my son breaks the glass, he gets frozen. I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry. Just don't move. Let me clean it so you don't step on it and get hurt. It's okay. You will lose your temper here and there. I understand. I do it too. Just own up to it. Tell your children, I'm so sorry I lost my temper. Mommy had a bad day. I am so sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. They will love you for that. And let them know, you know what? Whenever you need my help, come to me. I'm always there for you. I can get mad if you do something wrong. I might yell, I might scream, but guess what? At the end of the day, after a few minutes, maybe an hour, I will calm down. And guess what? I will come back and talk to you and hug you and kiss you and tell you it's okay. Just don't do it again. All right? So talk to your children. Let them know how much you love them. You can never hug and kiss your child enough. Love them, kiss them, let them know how much you love them. And guess what? They will love you the same way. Remember that story? I love you all the way to the moon and back. I tell my child, I love you all the way to the end of the galaxy and back and to the power infinity. And my child just says, I love you too, Mom. And now, because I say I love you so much, my kids are always, especially my son, he will always tell me, Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. He would come and hug me and kiss me, and I enjoy that. One day, they will grow up and they will stop doing it. Like my daughter, she has gone to middle school, has become more senior and more reserved, but whenever she leaves home, she's always there to hug and kiss me and let me know I'll be back and we'll be together again to have another adventure. So thank you for joining me in today's adventure, and we'll learn to be positive in parenting together. All right? Take care until next time. Thank you for joining me again. Like and subscribe if you like it, and enjoy the video. Bye. I love you.